Namaste guys, Phoenix here. I hope you all are amazing. So I'm kind of like, I've been up for about an hour and maybe an hour and a half. When I woke up, my routine, I go to the bathroom, tend to myself, and I come back out and I lay in a bed. And I just would just kind of just lay there so I can just remember my dream. And so this card, I left this out last night because I was feeling some type of energy from this card. And I was laying in the bed and I was quieting my mind, going into a soft meditation space. Nothing too deep. I just wanted to like ground myself in my truth. Okay. Maybe that's something that you all can do in the morning, like ground yourself in your truth. Not necessarily repeating affirmations to yourself, but just being one with your breath, being one with your heartbeat, right? Focusing on that space within you, and allowing what needs to come up, and just releasing it, right? And so for whatever reason, I started hearing, what is the word? I wrote it down yesterday. Cactus. What is Cactus, right? This philosopher named Spinoza, he talks about this energy of Cactus, organic behavior, right? And so I was just in amazement because I know what this energy means. While I was listening to Spinoza, he talks about the energy of Cactus and the way that my body interpreted this energy as like bounce back energy. You know how when you go through something and you experience a low, and then when you get strength to go back to it, oh, I just heard power. Oh my God. It's that power, it's that inner power. It's that feeling of, yes, nothing is going to stop me now, right? And I remember like my life, okay, this is not a sob story, I tell you all the time. I use my life as examples, okay? And I've been through the trenches. When I say sister has been through it, I have been through it, okay? But I always overcome that energy, that overcome energy, that rejuvenation energy, that energy of inner strength, that energy of I can get through this, I can go, the green light is on for me, that energy, right? That is Cactus, right? It's an organic behavior. That is your natural state of being, right? That is all of ours, your true self, right? That before the program self has that natural essence running through it. I just got this download, and that is what is being taken away from us worldwide. That energy is being harvested from us, is being harvested from our youth, from games, social media, anything that's placed outside of you, anything that puts attention outside of you, anything that stops you from tapping into your truth. Your Cactus is being harvested. But for light workers, star seeds, divine ones, chosen ones, whatever you consider yourself, right? Those are all just words to explain a calling, to explain what resides inside of you, to explain your connection to the divine, to explain your mission, okay? Your Cactus has never been stolen. It was just put away. And so it was put away only because you needed to be able to understand how valuable your Cactus was, because all the years you spent without it, and when you finally get in tune with that energy, you're more appreciative of it. You're more understanding of it and why it's there. Look at this freaking card. Look at this card. And you know, like cactuses, right? They house energy within them, right? I did not understand why I was feeling a type of way about this card, but I do now because of my meditation. And I was just like, oh my goodness, like, oh my God. And so a lot of times, let me tell y'all something. I look in the mirror and I would destroy myself. I look in the mirror and I instantly destroy myself, because the way that I see myself, it's not anything. It's the program, right? It is the program. And I don't think this is from this lifetime. I think this is from last lifetime. Let me pull the card, okay? I don't know why I'm getting a feeling my storage thing may say full and the video may cut off. Wars and battles in Atlantis. Instantly, I was there when Atlantis fell. When Atlantis started the wars and transportation. Wow. When Atlantis was taken over, I was there. And because I associated, I knew that I was Atlantis. I knew that Atlantis was me and I was Atlantis. So I had this, it was ugly. It was treacherous. It was horrible. Like the destruction of Atlantis. Oh, I'm getting chills all over my body and the air is not even on. The destruction of Atlantis was ugly. And I forever stayed in wars and battles. This is the reason why I felt like I had to fight for a cause. I understood that in the past life I was in the military also. In this lifetime I was in the military. Because I felt the need to fight for a cause. But I was putting it in my external reality instead of focusing it within, right? And now I get it. I have been for the past 7 years focusing within, right? Fixing the battles, winning the wars internally, right? And because of that, this Cactus energy, the card of the day energy, okay, this message can resonate with so many people, okay? Because sometimes, like, if you ever looked in the mirror and you thought yourself to be ugly, or if you thought yourself to have certain flaws, like, I would tear myself apart, okay? Even though people in my outside reality would compliment me, I just didn't see what the heck they saw. I was often compared as a child to other people, and they would always say, like, oh, you're prettier than that person, or you're so beautiful. Like, I heard that a lot growing up. Even in like workspaces, I would hear people tell me how beautiful I was, but I just didn't see it. I'll just be like, like, I don't know. I didn't see myself as that, because I saw myself as destruction. I saw myself as ugly. I saw myself as hurt. I saw myself as falling apart. I saw myself as this energy. And then this, look at this. Look at this. Look at the outside of this, but it's not, it don't matter about the outside, it matters about the inside, okay? This is just amazing. And so the download I got that says, I have to read it, like, no matter what you see on the outside, it doesn't match what's in the inside. You know, this brings me to the story of the feathers that I find. Sometimes they can look so tethered. Sometimes they can look so like they've been through it, right? And sometimes I will walk over them feathers, but I will often go back and pick them up because I felt close to the feathers. And so I got a download when I picked up the feather. It doesn't matter what it looked like. It matters where it comes from and what it's associated with. Feathers fly in the sky, they soar. Ascended Master Yeshua states the sparrows don't worry about where their shelter would be because they know it will be provided for them. Not because they go outside looking externally, because they seek. Not seek because they just know, they have this knowing that I am made to soar. And because I'm made to soar and doing what I'm made to do, I don't have to worry about shelter. Even this morning, I was looking in the mirror and I was looking at my eyebrows. And I was like, ugh, like, I was like, ugh, like, look at my eyebrows. Like, I was tearing myself, like, giving myself energetic blows, doing this to my own self. My mom had dark lips. I have dark lips. I wear lipstick because I love wearing lipstick. I don't like to wear makeup because makeup makes me feel heavy. I don't know, like I feel ick when I wear makeup. And so I'll wear like lipstick above my eyes, like a little bit of shade of it, but I love lipstick. Lipstick is like an expression for me. I don't know what that is. It's like the spark that's within me. It expresses itself in lipstick. That's the weirdest thing, but it does. And I didn't put lipstick on purposely because I wanted you all to get the gist of the message. And the gist of the message is you don't need anything outside of you for you to feel confident, for you to feel love, for you to feel peace, joy, tranquility, bliss. That is an internal energy, an internal space, an internal essence. I promise you, oh my God, I promise you, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven and everything else will be added unto you. I often quote a lot of things of the biblical terms because I use them internally. And so even other religious texts, the Torah, the Kabbalion, the Nag Hammadis, I understand those to be internal states that we go through, right? The soul's journey, right? I understand that. And so I often will quote that. And so it's just this, I don't know how to say that, Spirit, this newness, okay? But I'm here to tell you, look, Cactus, okay? you all need to listen to Spinoza, okay? I have his PDF. If you want it, I give PDFs away for free. They pretty much are a summary, esoterically, how to work with energy of different spiritual texts, religious texts. I break them down spiritually and how I apply them, and I put up I use PDFs like as a guide. And so I have those. If you want them, they are free of charge. You just email me and ask for them. But Spinoza said it better. I got to read this, okay? Understanding love and creation. That is your Cactus. The bounce back energy is natural state of being. It is the soul self-survival, communication, adaptation, fulfillment. Strive to understand and create and transform. That is that energy that children naturally have, to where they want to do it again. They want to do it again. They want to practice it, right? They want to keep going. Nothing is stopping them. Like that energy to walk again. Wow, Spirit. You know, that energy to walk. Look at the world card. I can't believe, like, I'm holding on to these cards so hard. I don't know why. But that energy to walk, when children walk, right? They keep going. They keep going. When they learning something new, how to tie their shoes, right? That energy is to push them forward, to understand, to know. Creative expression, unity. For same, when it's applied non-egoically, it's creativity, not domination, I'm sorry. I don't know why I said denomination, but when it's applied non-egoically, it's creativity. It is your creative spark, right? It is that spark. It is that essence. It is that divine essence. I'm floored, okay, this morning. I don't know. Just am, okay? I'm being guided to use these other cards. Spirit of Palace. I don't know why this Four of Pentacles energy, the devil just fell out the deck. Look, when I say change is inevitable, okay? Evolution is inevitable, okay? You're not going to stay stuck. It doesn't matter. You're not here to stay stuck. And when the Most High, your higher self, right? Your guides, when they see you stuck in a loop, you better believe they gonna send this energy, because they know it's time for you to create something new. Because that magic spark, this fire, right? I heard the Holy Spirit fire. This fire is not separate from you. Evolution is, they bringing my attention to the birds. The mother bird, she and her husband took turns sitting in that little bitty old nest that they built. They took turns sitting in that space. They took turns. He would leave and come back and feed her. She never moved from her eggs. She never moved. She sat there. He come back faithfully feeding her. And to them eggs hatched. And when I say yesterday, they hatched about 4 days ago. So yesterday, I sat out on the patio. I felt the call to sit out on the patio, the balcony, and I see her fly off. And who I see walking up? The daddy. He go and sit on the side of the nest. He didn't sit in the nest. He sat on the side of the nest to feed the little chicks, 2 of them. And when she came back, He moved on out the way so she can get her rightful place back with her nest. I cannot explain the beauty of nature. I cannot explain the beauty of life. I cannot explain the beauty of the spiritual realm. I don't know how to explain it, okay? Spirit, family, personal guide. This is the energy that we have with us today. Groupthink, mindful. I cannot explain the beauty of any of it. I can just sit and revel at it, like in amazement, radical acceptance, beloved. Like, I could only just sit and just be in that space of, look at this sword, the truth, the radical truth. Look at this. Confidence is your magic. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter the things that you have. It doesn't matter. When I say your ancestors, your spirit family, okay, even the ones who have passed away, look at them roots. Look at that. Look at that. Look at all of the support that you have. They are raveling around you, helping you go through this. I don't know. It's an amazing. Y'all could be saying 11:11, but let me just tell you. Keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. I did not want to make this video so long because I'm going to come back on later and do a reading, but I just wanted to tell you to keep going, because it is the darkest before dawn. And this is for those of you all who are not seeing the good in yourself, okay? Because it don't come from the outside. It comes from this heart space. It comes from your heart space. This is where your good comes from. And a lot of you all are coming to terms of this goodness in your heart space, okay? It's just like spirit is coming in, how like they just made my awareness how this card just crept in and slicing away illusions, okay? To help you get a sense of confidence within yourself, so that you're committed to loving yourself. I don't know, like, look. Spirit mentor, this is a new mentor that you have with you at this time. They're bringing in this tower moment from this energy, okay? This energy served its purpose. This energy taught you what you didn't want. This tower moment is going to reveal what this energy taught you. This tower moment, it feels like Saturn energy, that structure, that lessons learned type energy. And this is going to show you all of the goodness that you've become because of this energy. You can't have one without the other, okay? You will never know your goodness unless you go through your darkestness, okay? Stay encouraged, okay? Because look at that. Experiencing life as it comes. Look at this. You see how he's experiencing life? You see how the synchronicities of this card? This is something you don't know. Okay, so surrender to this unknowingness. Look how the communication is coming in. Surrender to this unknowingness, okay? I cannot make this up. Look at that. The universe, oh my God, is your partner, okay? Like the Chariot, like, cutting all illusions away. Wow. So that you can be in your truth. That old stuff, bone collector ancestors are saying it's over. It's over, okay? If you're not feeling this yet, you will feel it, okay? Pay attention to the subtle changes. Pay attention to how you wake up in the morning and you don't feel that sense of heaviness, okay? Pay attention to that, okay? Pay attention to that, okay? That sense of freedom, that lightness, that sense of feels different today. Something feels different. Pay attention to that. Like, please pay attention to that. Because understand that this energy, it's not yours. Okay, you may be experiencing like some delayed news about yourself,